Hi everybody! So in this video I'm going to show you how to create the eyes and how to attach them on your Cookie Monster. So if you're at this part, you should already have the body done and the head. And all I'm going to do is show you to create this and to attach. To review, these are the supplies that you're going to need just to create the eyes. And I'm going to get started, and I do hope you enjoy. For round one, I'm going to start off with the black color, and I'm going to do 5 single crochets in the magic ring. So I'm going to take my first band and wrap it around the bottom peg 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm just going to pull 5 bands through, one at a time. So I'm just going to reach in through my cap band here and bring a single band through, end on my hook, and the top loop over, and bring it to the side. Back in for my second band, bring it through, end on my hook, and now bring the top 2 loops over. You want to bring your bands to the side. Back in for your third band, bring through, on your hook, and top 2 loops over. And bring it to the side. Back in for your fourth band to bring through, on your hook, and top 2 loops over. And one more time. Reach in, band through, end on your hook, and top 2 loops over. Now you can attach your stitch marker to this band that's around your hook and then remove off the loom. I'm going to put my end back on my hook. This is my first time using an actual stitch marker, so bear with me. So you should have 5 bands, 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For round 2, I'm going to change color. So I'm going to start off with a slip stitch. We're going to increase this round to 8 stitches. So I'm going to start off with an increase, 2 bands in my first chain, and then a single crochet. Increase, single crochet, and ending where your stitch marker is, you're going to end with an increase. So you'll have 8 stitches when you're done. So I'm going to go on my first chain. I'm going to bring my first band through all the loops that are on my hook, grab my end, and slide. And now going back in that same chain to add my second band. Bring it through, on your hook, and slide. So chain 2, you're just doing a single crochet with 1 band. Chain 3 is your increase. Back in. So I have 2 chains left and 2 sections left. My next chain is with just a single crochet, and where my stitch marker is, now I'm doing my increase. Back in. So you should have 8 stitches now. Remove your stitch marker and add it to the band that's around your hook. For round 3, we're going to do a single crochet followed by an increase. Single crochet followed by an increase. And you're going to repeat that 4 times. So at the end of round 3, you're going to have 12 stitches. So I'm going to go on my first chain, not my slip knot. I'm going to go on my first chain with a single crochet, 1 band. Chain 2 is my increase. So every second stitch, you're adding 2 bands. Back in. Repeat, 1, 2. Sorry about the beeping. And repeat, 1, 2. And again, 1, 2. So you should have 12 stitches. Remove your stitch marker and add it to the band that's around your hook. For round 4, we're going to do 12 single crochets, so adding 1 band to each chain, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, all the way around. So I have 6 and 6. That's 12 bands, so you're going to end up with 12 stitches. I'm going to go on my first chain and just with a single crochet to each chain until I get to my stitch marker. You have 12 stitches, remove your stitch marker and add it to the band that's around your hook. For round 5, I'm going to do a single crochet followed by an invisible decrease. So I'm adding an extra band. Single crochet followed by an invisible decrease. Adding an extra band. You're repeating this 4 times. So at the end of round 5, you're going to have 8 stitches. When we're done this round, we're going to add a little bit of stuffing just to create the form of the ball. We don't need to add a lot of stuffing. So I'm going to go in my first chain, not where it's getting pulled, and just adding 1 band. So doing a single crochet. Now in the next 2 chains, you're just doing a slip stitch and you're going to leave it on your hook. So I'm going to go on my next chain, do a slip stitch, leave it on the hook. The next chain, slip stitch, same thing as a slip knot, just you're not pulling. When you have 3 loops, you're going to slide. You're going to repeat single crochet followed by an invisible decrease, so a slip stitch in the next 2 chains. Three loops inside. You're going to repeat the pattern, single crochet followed by an invisible decrease. And one more time. Three loops and slide. So you want to remove the stitch marker first. You have 8 stitches. Add it to the band that's around your hook. You could secure the stitch with your stitch marker and add a little bit of stuffing. So you're just going to open it up, try not to stretch, and you don't want to overfill the eyes. You'll make them bigger than what they're supposed to be at. So I'm just filling it just to have that round, to get it round. So I'm just going to put this back on my hook. And this is what you should have. For round 6, we're going to close this off now. So what I'm going to do is 4 invisible decreases. So I'm going to add an extra band. When you're done, you'll have no more stitches left. So with your last band, you're going to do a slip knot to tie it closed. So I'm just going to do slip stitches in the first 2 chains and then slide. The next chain. And slide. And you're just going to repeat the same thing until you get to the stitch marker. When you have 3 loops, then you want to slide. This is my last band, so I'm just going to bring it through all of the loops and tie it off. You can remove your stitch marker. We're just going to flatten it up, and you want to hide your slip knot, so you're just going to go through, come out right beside your slip knot, and to hide your band, just bring it through. So we want to form the back of it, and you want to make sure that you have two. So you want to pause the video and make yourself another. Before we actually attach the eyes to the head, what we're going to do is just do 2 single crochets or 2 slip knots to attach the sides together. I think I'm actually going to do 2 slip knots, just makes it a little bit easier. But the placements for the eyes, you can twist them, you can have them straight, it's up to you. I am going to go one up, one down. So in order to do that, I'm going to use 2 bands, and I'm going to put first the eyeballs together. Now, what I'm going to do is just kind of turn one, just kind of like that. So they're going to kind of, you know, come out a little wonky, and I'm going to put it together. Now, what I'm going to do is grab 2 stitches, 1 stitch on either side. What you want to do is you want to grab, see the stitch that's going kind of like sideways? Those are the stitches that you want to grab. So it's not the one that's attached to the black, it's kind of 1 stitch up. And that's what I'm going to grab, and I'm going to go straight across to the other side. And you want to do a slip knot. So you're going to bring it through both of the chains on your hook and tie it off. Now I'm going to do that one more time. I'm just going to skip a couple stitches in between and go again from one side to the next. So this way, if you don't like it where you place them, you can undo the slip knots, which I think are just a little bit easier. So then you can kind of fix it up. So one is up, one is down. Now to attach this, you want to find your placement. I'm going to go to the top, but not right to the top. So you're going to have that point at the top of the head here. I'm just going to go right below. And what I did was just do 3 slip knots at the back. So this is what I counted for 3 more bands left in the band count that I gave. So what I'm going to do is kind of find the placement where you would like them, kind of hold on to it, turn it around, and you want to grab the stitches on the head, so just a stitch on the head and a stitch on the actual eye, so the back of the eye, just kind of right above, and do a slip knot. So you could turn it around, again, find the placement, and I'm going to go close to the edge of the eye here, not right in the center. I'm going to go grab the head first, kind of grab the chain on the eye, but I'm more at the head that's at the end of the eye here. So I want to secure the ends of the eye. Grab your end and tie it off. So now we need something to hold it in the middle, so that's where I'm going to do another slip knot, but towards the center here. So on the head, and I'm going to grab a stitch on the eye. I'm going to grab one on one side and one on the other side and do a slip knot. So if this one doesn't turn out, you could use an extra band and do one on either side. You're going to push the eyes together to make them round, and then you can just hide your slip knots wherever you'd like. You can go through, I prefer to go through the eye and then grab your band and bring them through. Make sure you don't grab the stuffing. And you can keep keep fooling around with that. But after all of this of hiding the bands, you're gonna have to shape the form of the eyes again. You can keep fooling around with that. You might want to fix the head up again, push it down, shape up the eyes, but he's done. I hope you like him. And I'll see you next time with another. Bye for now.